Okay. The only advice that I would give them is enjoy your life. That's
Enjoy.
it.
Hey everyone, you're welcome to today's
Okay.
episode of Talk with Onyinye. And today I have a very interesting man, Mr. Latish Shankar. Welcome, 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 Mr. Latish.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome that you've given me, and I'm really
Yeah,
glad that I could be a part of your. I could come as a guest to your
uh,
channel.
it's an
Thank you
honor to
so
have you
much.
here. It's an honor to have you here. So please, can you just go ahead and tell me about yourself?
Well, I'm from India, and most precisely, if I'd say that I'm from South India, Karnataka state, and much delving too much into that, it is in a district called as Kodagu district, which is the one of the place that I love so much. It's a hilly area, a beautiful place with beautiful climate and beautiful people around. And I'm here, and for the past 25 years, I was into teaching field. I was working as a teacher, and I also worked as a principal. I worked as a resource person. I worked as in the field of education quite a long time, and reading is my hobby, and writing is my hobby. I have a passion into writing, and other than that, I'm a musician. I play violin, I play harmonium, and I'm good in playing chess also. And that's all I think I can tell about me.
Well, you guys, Latish is an Indian native. He's an educationist and a freelance trainer. He you used to be a former school principal, right?
Yes, yes,
Great.
yes, I am.
And you also play the violin. That's so beautiful. You wear so many hats. So tell
Thank you.
me, you recently
Oh,
wrote a book, right?
yeah, that was published yesterday.
You wow. Okay, so can you tell me about your book? Can you tell me about your book?
Okay, so that is a science fiction story, and it is based on the time loop most precisely. So I would like to tell about the synopsis of the book. The protagonist, she met with an accident and she lost her memory, and she is found herself in the forest in Alaska in the United States, and she can't remember her name. She can't remember her identity, who she is. All she in front of her is a wide forest, and she's quite puzzled as what to do. At that time, she meets a stranger there. Obviously, everybody around her at that time is strangers because she has lost her memory, and she finds a stranger, and that stranger agrees to help her out. And she had no way out because she thinks that that stranger would help her because uh, that's the only thing that she sees in the midst of or ahead of her. And then he takes her and he helps her to get out of the forest. And there a lady called as Scarlett picks up in her car, and she goes to her house, and it's a mansion where so many strange things are going to happen in that mansion. And she's quite puzzled where she is exactly, and lot many strange things happen in the room, and she was like she didn't know what to do at that time. And then uh, she feels that somebody is following her. So the crux of the books is about who is actually following her,
Ah.
and those strange things happening around her have got to do something in her life. Also, the main element here is the aurora borealis, which we see in the polar regions, the polar light, like green color lights we see in the sky. It is the main character in the story, main element in the story, I can say that. And it's about those science fiction elements that I've introduced there, and it is about the story takes forward through that.
Okay, so tell me, what's the name of your story? What's the name of your book?
The name of this book is Green Fire in the Night Sky. Green
Green
Fire in the Night
Fire
Sky.
in the Night Sky. Wow, That's so interesting. So, what inspired you to have, such book? Can you tell me what inspired you?
Okay, so since long back, the science fiction novels always inspired me. Actually, I would like to think most of the time my thought flow or my thought process is about the supernatural things, or like there are a lot many mysteries around us, lot many mysteries of the world, and all the time, what if question pops up to my mind? What if this has been this way? What happens if we would have gone back to the past and correct our timelines? Maybe there are a lot many things that we regret now, because whenever 4 to 5 years back or during our college days, if you would have if you would have performed well, we wouldn't have been here now. So going back with respect to time and change those, and imagine ourselves being in a better position that we are in now, or the thoughts that there will be some thoughts that we wish to correct them. So all those things make me to think more, so that I can write the time traveling stories, because it's purely based on the imagination. I can imagine whatever I want, and then then these things has popped up to my mind. So when the Aurora Borealis is striked out of my mind, I thought, why not keeping that thing in the element? Why not I plot a story based on that plot? So that made me to write the story. It's a science fiction story, and I have written it in a horror style, and I think the readers would be interested in.
Oh, that is so fascinating. So, can you tell me one thing you've learned from your career? Like, since you started writing, what thing would you say you've learned, out of your career, out of writing books and coming up with stories? Can you tell me one, thing you've learned?
Okay. So that's actually a harder question to answer. Sometimes it would be easy to. So actually, the thing is that I do multitasking in my life. Multitasking is, as 5 minutes back you are told that I wear many hats. So multitasking is basically the same. Uh, in this 24 hours time, nearly 8 hours is for my teaching. I go to school and teach 8 hours for teaching, and I also help some students, like I do the online classes for the students in and out of India, that too for 2 to 3 hours. And then for 1 hour a day I write, and another 1 hour I play music, and another 1 hour I play chess. Maybe it extends a bit. So this is how I schedule my day, a full tight schedule,
So
but
you
no
don't,
compromise with my sleep. And 8 hours
yes,
sleep is a must for me, but sometimes I go less by that.
yeah.
Yes.
So you don't joke with your time. You don't joke with 24 hours of your time, and then it has paid off over time.
Yeah, yes, it is. And what interests me more in a particular day, I'll go beyond that. Okay, maybe
Wow.
I may skip one of the above mentioned things, but my timings is the one that I look forward to not to waste even a single second.
Yeah, that's very inspiring. I mean, for someone who wears many hats, you're trying to tell me that for every at least 24 hours, you try as much as possible to do a number of things. You try as much as possible to achieve so many things within, each 24 hours. And that's, I think, what a lot of people should, want to a leaf we should borrow from you. Yeah. So,
Thank you so much. That's actually a compliment to me.
yeah, thank you. So, I would like to ask you just one question, right? Like, if you go back to your 18-year-old self, right? And you look at your 18-year-old self, what's one piece of advice would you give
Okay.
your 18-year-old self? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, okay. The only advice that I would give them is enjoy your life. That's it.
Enjoy.
Because see, our age, despite our age, we enjoy your life because see, at this age now I'm 45. At this age, most of the time I dedicate to think about my past. I was like this. Those times were glorious days. Those days were like memorable. Okay, so why don't we say the same to the our older self, like 8-year-old or 10-year-old stuff? Your time is the memorable time. You have to enjoy. We
Yeah,
didn't enjoy at your time, so
yeah.
that childhood is never comes back. It's a glorious period in your life, so please enjoy
Yeah,
it.
it's funny you're saying this right now because I was speaking with a friend of mine, Pamela, and she's in her 60s. And I asked her the same question, and she said, "You know what, Onye? I've spent so much time thinking about the future and forgetting about the present." Right. And so right now she's in her 60s and she just wished that many years ago when she was in her 20s, she actually lived in the present and enjoyed the present. But because she was always thinking about the future, the present, slipped by her. And that's the same thing you're saying right now. You're just saying enjoy your life. So I think I'm going to I'm
Yes,
going to
yes.
listen to that particular advice and try as much as possible to live in the present and enjoy my life right now. I mean, be grateful for what I have right now, be grateful for what I am right now. And I mean, enjoy it. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'd like to ask you
Okay.
I mean, what's what one piece of advice would you give someone trying to become a successful writer like you? Like there are people who are going to look at
Okay.
you
The
and want to become so successful as you've come. And what's one piece of advice would you give to those people? People who are upcoming freelance writers, people who are still trying to become better writers and trying to, have a muse and all of that.
Okay. So what I would say that is, writing requires patience. Okay, all of a sudden, because as how we say, Rome was not built in a day. So writing
Mm-hmm.
it requires patience. So a writer should have the practice of reading. Like they should read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, they should try to analyze the characters. They should go in depth with the characters' intellect, and like they should think like how the characters think. Basically, to say that stay in the character's point of view and try to perceive the things. For example, in the daily life, if I have a conflict with the other guy, normally I think from my perspective. I did like, but he did this to me, she did this to me. But I never think about their perspective. Why did they do that to me?
Mm-hmm.
According to their mindset, what is it of mine that I need to be changed? What character of mine has the opponent has not liked in me? Maybe they are at fault, or maybe we are at fault. And in case if we are at fault, we should try to rectify that. Okay, so but normally the people I see around are not like that. They think about themselves, about from their own perspective, and then they judge the people around them. So this
Yeah.
is one of the things where we need to be changed. We have the yes, we need to change this. And when there's a positive note here is that when we try to think from the other's point of view, then then it's enough that we can become a writer, because from their perspective we can narrate the things, means we are a writer. Only thing we need some vocabularies, and then it be followed. Because first we whatever comes to our mind, we are jotting it down as on the points, and then we try to polish it, right? Then we try to edit it, then we try to do think from the different POV point of view. Then we have to refer to the plot, and only after that the short story or the play comes in question. So my advice to the aspiring writers is read a lot. Try to conceive the things, try to perceive the things from others point of view, and then have a lot of patience. Then if an idea is not convincing you, just change the idea, because you can take a rest. Maybe even I usually get stuck after 2 to 3 days after the idea is lost, I don't know how to proceed. What I used to do is I'll take a break. Maybe
Okay.
I'll come back and work on the same draft maybe after 2 or 3 days. At that time, we will deviate from our ideas, and new ideas may pop up in our mind, and then we'll try to work on it, and that's how the story is born. And that's all the advice that I can give to them.
Yeah, you've given so many, like, I mean, you've given so much. I had be patient, I had be empathic, I had take your time, take a break. I've had so much, and I know that aspiring writers would actually learn a lot by just, watching this interview, right? So you just, earlier you said you published your book a few days ago, right? So how do we get your book? How do people
Okay.
who are interested in this book with all these trailers and all, how do we get your book? Is there a website? Is there a link?
My book is available
Is
for
there
sales in Amazon.
on
Yes,
Amazon?
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Amazon.
Okay.
Yes, it is in Amazon.com. It is available, and maybe within a few days it would be available in different platforms as well. I have already written 5 books, and all the 5. This is my 6th book, which have been released yesterday. All the 5 books are available in different platforms: Amazon, UK, US, and many other places, and then Barnes and Nobles. And there are a lot many other places too where my books are available.
I'm sure people are going to be looking forward to getting your book, reading your book. I think it's something that I would want to, and I don't read novels, but it's something that I would want to read because I think I would love to read the book. Okay, so do you have? I was just curious, right? You play the violin. Do you have a place we can check you out online while you're playing the violin, or do you just play it locally?
Oh, okay. Thanks for asking. I have a YouTube channel. My name is Latish Shankar. If you search in YouTube Latish Shankar, you'll get into my channel, and
okay.
there are a lot
So
many videos
we're going to put your book link in the description of this video. We're also going to put your YouTube channel name on the screen or in the description anyhow.
That would be great.
Because
Yes.
I would want to listen to you play violin. So it was great, Latish. It was great listening to you. I love everything you say. I mean, I learned so much out of your experiences. I mean, you're someone very special. You wear so many hats, and it's very interesting to meet someone so successful as you are. So thank you for being here with us. Thank you for taking out time to be here with us. And I hope you're going to have time to be here with us again.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm really glad to be a part of the interview, and I'm really happy that I could have talked to you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, and have a nice day.